Hey guys, it's me, and I'm here with my good friend Martin.
Hey, thanks for having me.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah? It's good. Finally, you're here. It's been
Yeah,
a while.
it has been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about last week.
It's all good.
I promised him that I'd come last week. It was too hot at the beach. Sorry.
Yeah. He
My bad.
ditched me. What a great friend.
I didn't ditch you.
Just joking.
Relax.
Just messing around.
Alright then.
So we're talking about friendship. So tell me about your journey with friendship.
Journey with friendship, man. Where do I start? You know what? Born and raised in Sydney,
Yeah.
and then when I finished school, didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to find a plane for the first time.
Right.
So anyway, a long story short, I ended up in Perth for 8 years.
Yeah.
So I spent like 8 prime years of my life like in Perth, and then moved back to Sydney as an adult.
Right.
You know, and I feel like when you're younger, you can really like build friends easy. You know,
Right.
you can just hang out with the young people from the skate park to like a youth group to just playing basketball in the field. Like you
Right.
can just make friends easier.
Yeah.
Because when you're younger, you're just open and you include everyone
Yeah.
a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think for me it was challenging when I moved back to Sydney.
Right.
You know, as a 26-year-old,
Yeah.
trying to find friends because I feel like when you're older, people already have their communities, people have their friendships.
Yeah. True.
And so, I was trying to find because I lost all my school friends. And over the years we just like disconnected naturally.
Yeah.
And so I was very intentional about trying to find like a good community.
Right.
And for me, that looked like church.
Right.
Church is a big part of my life, and so I joined like a local church, and I started going there, and it was so key. And I can say that now, looking
Right.
back, that one of the two big things was being patient
Yeah.
and being very intentional. Because as adults, I could come and go to anything. But
Yeah.
in my situation was to church. I can come and go.
Right.
But until I was intentional about, getting people's numbers, like staying back after the service or,
Right.
or going a little bit earlier and having coffee and being intentional,
Right.
it's just natural that people will just continue to hang out with the people they know
Yeah.
and just like skip past or miss you,
Right.
Like not in a bad way,
Yeah.
but it's just natural to do
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
So I feel that was like a bit of my journey.
Right. So did it happen immediately or it took some time?
Yeah, it did take some time. So I would say that I would get contacts and I would get numbers and I would find out like, who hangs out together out of church.
Right.
And who hangs together like more at church and stuff like that. And I was just vibing just what happens during the week,
Right.
between Sunday to Sunday, what
Right.
happens. And so it did take some time.
Right.
And it took like when I say I had to be intentional, what I mean is like I would message during the week.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Bob, or hey, Tom, or hey,
Right.
Jordan, like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you
Right.
guys up to? And most of the time, they are doing stuff.
Yeah.
Even if it's just hanging out on the couch,
Yeah.
watching TV.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough. That's all I wanted. It's just
Yeah.
people's presence.
Right.
And then eventually, I'd build enough friendships that
Right.
they would be those people that would keep me grounded,
Right.
So it did take some time.
Okay.
And I was very intentional about messaging
Yeah.
them because it was
Yeah. And even hangouts, you'd always say, "Hey guys, let's go do something," or let's hang out.
Yeah.
Like you were intentional about also creating opportunities for other people to come
definitely,
in.
yeah.
So it was not just you waiting for people to invite you.
I would create some hangouts. So I would send out a group message to the few people that I got their numbers.
Right.
I say, hey guys, we're gonna meet at like a burger joint,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna go watch a movie, get some ice cream.
Right.
And so I would create these with
Right.
literally just me going.
Right.
But then they would come because they're also looking for things to do as well.
Right.
So they would come,
Yeah.
and then that would create
Right.
the relationship to like thicken because in those moments you have chats, you find
Yeah.
similarities, you find like common ground.
Yeah.
And so that's how it started for me. And
Yeah.
now like, on the weekend we just went out, 12 of us.
Yeah.
That I built over the last 2 years.
Right.
And we're actually like a family. We are that community
Right.
that actually hang out quite regularly now.
Yeah.
But it did take some time, and it was worth it.
Yeah. And you also had your fair share of people hurting you, like relationships that
Yeah.
you held onto for a while,
Yeah.
and they didn't come through.
Yeah.
So what kept you going for more relationships? Because what tends to happen is when people are hurt in a relationship,
Yeah.
they tend to close up
Mhm.
and not open up to more relationships. So what was the difference for you?
I think, just life,
Right.
like it's bound to happen.
Right.
That you got friends, you got people that you think would be like best men at your weddings,
Right.
people that you're gonna do life with till the end and stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff can turn quite quickly, and
Mhm.
I did experience that like in my life where things turned,
Right.
and I lost some friends that I thought would be around for a long time.
Right.
So it was a bit hard to accept in the beginning,
Mhm.
but you just got to keep on keeping on and just got to get on with life,
Right.
And so I just did that, and I just kept going, and I did go through a lonely season,
Right.
I did go through a season where I was lonely, and you just feel like just life's just not fun on your own.
Right.
Like if I just sat on this couch by myself,
Yeah.
like it's not healthy because your mind just starts to tick, your mind just starts to go.
Right.
So yeah, there's a time to be alone and
Right.
just to like relax.
Yeah.
So for me, I was sitting on my own
Right.
in this lonely state,
Right.
and I was very intentional about going. Like I didn't want that.
Yeah.
I could see that it was just bringing me down.
Right.
So that's what motivated me to step out
Right.
and be the one to
Right.
message, even though I felt like I was pushing myself
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It was worth the risk.
Right.
Because yeah, I felt I was pushing myself and inviting myself in on things.
Yes.
But it was worth it.
Do you ever feel like shy or something, or what if they say no?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any of those feelings?
Yeah. I did. I felt stupid at times. I'd
Yeah.
drive home and think, like, I will never go
Right.
and hang out with these people
Right.
again, And that's normal,
Right.
I think. Like, well, it was for me.
Yeah.
And it's because it was awkward. Like we had nothing common, it's just hard. It was just awkward.
Right.
And so yeah, I've had those moments, but you know what? Like I see the community I have now.
Yeah.
Like for example, the weekend. I hung out with 12 close friends.
Yeah.
It was worth all the awkward times
Right.
that I went through to find that.
Right.
Because people want this without all of this.
Right.
But that just won't happen. Like
Yeah.
I think it's very rare that people are going to have the prize without the work, and that's what it looked like for me. That was the work. Is going to like different hangouts and different connects and different like movies or different like anything.
Yeah.
It could look different to each person.
Yeah.
But for me, it looked like that,
Right.
and it was worth going through that
Yeah.
to get to where I am now. And I know that the best is still to come.
Yeah.
Like I know that this here will continue to grow because that's life.
Yeah. Okay. And so, was it easy making friends with me?
Look, man, part 2 maybe next week. I don't know, but I'm hungry. I want to go. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming, man.
Love you, man.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.